Ready and action.
OK， 跟着 Chris 老师动起来的，包括这一集的新血，只要是侏罗纪嘛，肯定都没在轻松的。You got a lot of action scenes. Did you nail them like a walking apart for you?
It was a good combination of like trying to just be prepared as I could possibly be, and trying to pretend to be as like laid back and cool, calm, and collected as Kayla Watts is.
Which scene was the most difficult one for you? Or you got the most outtakes?
I think just starting with the ice lake was really hard. You know, it's a huge learning curve, especially if you've never been in a blockbuster before, because it's really hard to be so precise. It requires a lot of like precision. You know, you can't really like be outside of the right space. So, as you can imagine, it's hard to be a human in those circumstances. And then the one with the most like takes and outtakes, I would say, is we were filming in the cockpit, and a lot of that dialogue is improvised. So there was one time, I think it was the first Thursday I worked, where, Colin was just like, just keep going, and we would reset the scene, and I would just like riff off the top of my head, and it was wild. It was a whole lot of fun.
What was your first day on set? What was it like?
Oh, it was frightening beyond belief, but also so warm and lovely, and just a great time. The first thing I shot was the helicopter scene when we were traveling to Bison with Sam Neill and Laura Dern. Everyone, every single person made everyone feel like they're a part of something in a really communal, open-hearted way. So I'm really grateful for that, and hopefully I can do that for another actor in the future.
And one small thing I love the most about you is you say, I'm okay, or I'm not afraid at all, but your eyes are blinking like the opposite.
Thank you! Thank you for saying that. Everyone keeps calling Kayla fearless, and I'm like, she's clearly not fearless. She's just covering it.
Let's try!
Right? Thank you. I love that moment. And there's another moment where, the plane is about to crash, and, Owen goes, he's like, what's the plan? And she's like, whatever happens, that's the plan, And it's just this kind of mix of like fear, bravado, surrender, but also determination. It's like such a mix of trying to figure out like, how would I feel if my plane were about to actually crash, but I'm trying to like make sure you're confident about it. So good. Thank you for picking up on that.
I think your lines might be the most difficult to remember among all the actors.
You would be right.
Lot of professional and dinosaurs name. I can't remember those.
I know. It's, you're correct. I got nothing else to say about that. That was tough.
And what was the most wow moment of this trio to you?
Ooh. There's a shot near the end of the movie. Colin asked me to come over to the monitor, and he was like, that guy looks like... he said I looked, and I agreed. I looked like I very much was excited to be in a Jurassic, because it was this huge dinosaur. I'm like, oh wow! And it was a little ridiculous, the expression on my face. So yeah, we had to do that one over. But there's so much going on, and I'd never been on a set like that before. And the caliber of actors I was working with was just so incredible that there was a moment where I just took it all in the end, and just had that moment of just like, this is so cool.
And I love the moment that, damn, that feels good.
Damn, that felt good.
And what was your feel so good moment on set?
There was a moment that's not in the movie. It's the funniest thing to me. It cracks me up every time I think about this. But when she gets to the helicopter at the end of the film, the helicopter has chairs in it, So we filmed this whole beat where she presumably had taken the chairs out herself, and she's tossing them, to the side. And it took 2 of our crew members to toss one chair to the side. So all I'm doing on the sidelines is like making the motion that I tossed the chair to the side. And I kid you not, every time I just had to get myself together to not laugh on camera, because I just thought it was the most ridiculous thing ever that, Colin had decided that that's how strong this character was. that she could do this thing that it took 2 muscled prop masters to do, you know, on set. It cracked me up.
Did you keep any souvenir from set?
You know what? Actually, Chris gifted us all a little something that's really special to certainly to me. Yeah, just like a little fossilized piece of something that just was really special.
Stone cold.
I would not mess with her.
Threat levels and the danger levels are so much higher because in the normal Jurassic films you have to deal with the dinosaurs in like one enclosed space, but then also actual manual problems and malfunctions like systems shutting down or cars crashing. But in this film I would say they're both really blended. The dinosaurs are sort of part of the humanity that we live in, and I think that makes it a lot more interesting.
I could use your expertise.
You coming or what?
当然，这一集还有1993年《侏罗纪公园》科学家3巨头相隔29年再度聚首，而且戏份不只是客串，是和《侏罗纪世界》的后起之秀有着同等的吃重演出。究竟满满回忆杀怎么带大家1秒重回小时候？还有导演将为大家解答各种经典场面的拍摄幕后。各位恐龙迷可一定要继续锁定我们的专访 Part 2哦。And finally, please say hi to all your fans in Taiwan.